Welcome to your daily focus for January the 5th, 2018. My name is Tilly, and this is Tarot with Tilly, and thank you. Thank you truly for all the positive, loving, supportive energy you send my way each and every day. Now let's see what the cards have to say about the energy today. The happily ever after. Now this is in the first position, so this is what we are looking at. Today we are looking at our happily ever after. Of how to step into it, of how to create it, of how to invent it. The shadow side. The shadow side sits right in the middle. What do we fear? What's our worry? What's our concerns? Why do we doubt? And the Two of Wands. Two of Wands is making a decision. So we will be definitely, it has been quite the energy for having to make strong decisions in our life. Today is no different. So let's go back to the Ten of Cups. Ten of Cups in the first position is telling us that this is what we're going to be looking at. We are going to be looking at our happiness, our joy, our peace of mind, of what we want to invent, create, step into, evolve into. What is the true definition of total abundance for us? Because it's more than one thing when we're talking about the whole picture, because everything connects. Is it work, career, family, stature in the community, health, well-being, finances, spirituality, health, well-being? Where do you see yourself in 10 years from now, in 5 years from now, in 1 year from now? What are your goals? What are your dreams? What inspires you? What brings in passion? What brings out the beauty of who you are, your kindness, your love, your talents, your abilities? Excuse me. I'm drinking a new tea, and I got a little tea leaf in my throat, so I apologize. Hopefully that rinsed it down. The shadow side. The shadow side sits right in the middle. What is going to trip us up? Our shadow side. Eckhart Tolle says that we all have one major dysfunction that we all share, and that is our ego. Allowing the ego to get in the way of our happiness. That we're not measuring up to somebody else's ruler. It's not our own measuring tape. It's not our own. This is going within. We have Mars and Jupiter in Scorpio, and that is very deep, profound energy that we need to dig into, that we need to not cover it up, but to expose it, to allow the light to hit it. Our fears, our worries, our concerns. And we're really sitting within, power and being able to go forward. The Two of Wands asks you, are you going to stay in the status quo? Are you going to go forward on a daring challenge that you have given yourself? To be the authentic, true, unique you that you were destined to be all along. What holds you back? What is the fear? What is the stress? And when we're dealing with the Scorpio energy, we are going into childhood fears. We are going into how we were programmed as children. And from the ages of 0 to 5, maybe 0 to 10, lays a very strong foundation for how we will live out our lives. So if we were told not to talk, if we were told to mind our manners, if we were told to worship a statue, a god, if we were told to eat certain food groups, if we were told to push aside our dreams, our self-expression, our creativity, because that'll never get you anywhere. It's hard work. It's working for somebody else harder than you will for yourself. What do you want to be when you grow up? If you told them that you want to be a prince or a princess, or the adults all laughed and said, well, that's not realistic. So what do you want to be? A doctor, a lawyer, a judge, a bus driver, a fireman, a policeman? Let's get grounded. Let's get rid of that silliness that you were thinking about of being a dancer, or a musician, or a painter, or a sculptor, or starting your own business with your own ideas, or stepping into the kind of love that you would like. That's another thing that has been ingrained upon us from birth. The kind of relationships we'll have. What are right, proper, suitable? What are looked down upon? So once again, we have this heavy energy kind of day. Now, we do have the moon in Virgo, and Virgo is all about cleaning house, putting things in order, separating the good from the bad, looking at it in a critical way, so that we can make the decisions, the important decisions. And we're coming into the Sun, Saturn, and Pluto conjunct. Or no, the Sun, Saturn, and Venus conjunct, but they're all heading towards Pluto, which will be another hard energy for us to walk through. When I say hard, we're preparing ourselves. If we don't prepare ourselves, it'll be a lot more difficult. Absolutely. If we prepare ourselves, we could really reap the benefits of our hard work that we are giving ourselves now. So don't be too quick to rush into the new things, because we have to figure out what the old things are that we need to let go of, to put closure on. Remember, we're still in this new moon energy, or the full moon energy. We're still in the full moon energy. And that is all about endings and completions and moving forward based on what you are leaving behind. And some things don't fit anymore in order for us to really step into the true happily ever after that we are desiring. So we have the Two of Wands here at the end saying that we will come to some strong decisions about I create, I love, I conquer, I go on adventures, I learn, I am strong, I'm courageous, and this is what I want in my life. And I'm going for it because I deserve it, because I have the talents, I have the abilities, that I'm rewriting the script. That's rewriting the script. for how I'm going to live each day of my life, of where I'm going to put my focus, where I'm going to put my attention. Strong decisions today. Let's get an affirmation card. The Queen of Earth. The Queen of Earth appears. So Capricorn is an earth sign, and all that energy is right in Capricorn. So, Queen of Earth. And usually when we get queens and kings, the emperor, the empress, we know that we can be the diplomat today, that there is energy surrounding us, that we can sit and think and give it critical thinking and become aware and go layers in to make sure that we are making the right decisions going forward. Practical and grounded, trustworthy, earthy, resourceful, a gardener who tends what has been planted. I am committed, down to earth, and clear about my goals. I am honest as I work with others to keep it real and be true to what we are doing and the challenges before us. I use all my resources wisely, whether they are finances, opportunities, or people willing to help me in my endeavors. So it's definitely a day that we are grounded, that we are looking at our resources. And our resources could be money, yes, it could be time, it could be energy. And we're not doling them out as easily to everybody else, but we are looking at how we can put those things to use for ourselves in our life. How can we make our money work for us? How can I have more energy? And where should I be dispersing my energy? What am I doing with my time? Am I Netflix binging? Am I staring at a TV screen, a computer screen, my phone? Am I doing something worthwhile? Am I learning? Am I educating myself? Am I weighing out my pros and cons? Am I looking towards what can happen in my life if I take certain steps today? How will it change my tomorrow? I am committed, down to earth, and clear about my goals. So today is about being clear about your goals. So, and don't be afraid of what may, if you're meditating or reflecting or even taking a walk and getting grounded and you're thinking to yourself about different things that you do or participate in or act upon because of society or somebody else's opinion of what is and what should be, and where you disagree or where you just go off the beaten track and you become unique. And don't push that down. Bring it to the light, examine it, understand it, embrace it perhaps. That may be the thought that spirals you into your future. Design your space with the squirrel. I think I touched a little bit on Virgo, putting everything into order. So does the squirrel. This is a little bit of moon energy coming at us, I would think then. Where are you, squirrel? He lives in Canada. He's hibernating right now. Rearrange, renovate, action, and clean. You may have to break something up to make way for something new. And isn't that a lot of what this is today? Breaking up the old paradigms, the old perceptions, the old ways of doing things in order to bring in something new. Your happily ever after, your step forward and making the decision to do just that. Squirrel wants you to get going on that home improvement project you've been putting off. If it isn't a remodel, it could simply be that you need to work on rearranging your home, possibly your office, in a manner that is less chaotic and cluttered to a more aligned with peace, balance, and harmony. So just take a look around you. Does it invite peace? Does it invite in harmony? Or is there piles of papers or um, mail that hasn't been gone through, or 3 days of old papers, or notes from the kids from school that you don't have any intention of reading, or maybe you read it already and it's just sitting there now? Maybe you went through a phase where you've got a bunch of knickknacks and it's time to clear those shelves and make them clean looking, in alignment, so that you can be in alignment, so that you can tap into that balance, that sense of peace, that sense of harmony. Squirrel is adding a red Christmas ornament to adorn her home. The color red is often used to express passion and love, but sometimes also anger and jealousy. Make certain that the colors you use within your area bring in positive and you don't accidentally add something that would invoke negativity. By properly personalizing your space, you bring a warmth of higher energy to your area. So, do you need to be more grounded? Let's add the dark, rich earth tones like browns and dark greens. Do we need a little bit of magic in our life? Let's throw in some purple. Let's throw in some love. Let's do some pinks and some reds and some green. Growth in our passions or our vitality. More green, silver. Do you need to up your courage a little bit? Red. Be very careful using red though, because it can easily bring in anger. With Uranus starting to talk about going into Taurus, we don't want to be the raging bull. But we do want to have balance. We do want to organize our outside so that we can align it with our inside. Remember full moon, once again, okay? Earth is right in the middle of the sun and the moon at opposite sides, asking us to balance, to bring it into balance. Do we go for our inner wants, our inner passions, or do we go more towards the job, the requirements of the goals that people have already set into place for us going forward, that there's a simple roadmap that we all seem to follow? Or do we step off that road and honor and cherish and embrace our unique talents and abilities and go after what we truly want in life and take ownership of it and stand up proud, stand up strong? You can't do that if you haven't even mastered balancing your own home. So take some time to make sure that we are putting completions on jobs right now, having those conversations that need to be had, doing those actions that we've been putting off, so that we are ready for the new experience without taking the baggage with us. Until we meet again, remember, I do love you.